Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the co-hosts here, and Bitcoin is getting less and less and less volatile. The DXY is holding support, and it's not looking too good as of right now. We have spoken about this in yesterday's live. We need Bitcoin to have some bullish volume. We need Bitcoin to bring in some bullish volume for us to flip bullish, because right now it looks as though we're getting a fake out because there is no volume coming in. It's looking very similar to that 2018 scenario towards the end of the 2018 bear market. And as we know from there, if you watched yesterday's video, we did see another capitulation event before establishing the bottom of the 2018 bear market. So jumping straight on into the charts. But before we do that, please make sure you smash a like on this video. It really helps the channel out. It helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. So please make sure you smash a like on this video, and we will then jump straight on into the chart. So taking a look at Bitcoin, let me just share my screen with you quickly. There we go. So jumping straight on into the Bitcoin charts, we can see this is a 4-hour chart. We have been within this fixed range for a very long time now. And I've been saying you could long the value area low to the value area high, short the value area high to the value area low. That is a very a possible strategy that you could be using within this sideways market. And we have been doing that, but I've only been shorting the range high. So we've been shorting these areas here. And that's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for these shorts. But what we are seeing right now is that Bitcoin is actually becoming less and less volatile. So what we are seeing, we've had this big move here. That I know that was a CPI data. We had that big move towards the downside, and then shortly after got bought up pretty quickly. But what we can see is that the highs are getting lower, but the lows are also getting higher as well. So we can see that volatility is decreasing, and we are rearing up for a big move. As we can see on this daily chart here, we have the Bollinger Bands. They are constricting. They are getting closer and closer together. That is a sign that a big move is coming. Just to show you previously, we've seen that play out here. The Bollinger Bands were squeezing together to form this sort of channel, and then we got a big move. As we can see, they are very squeezed right now. We have got the breakout towards the upside of that descending triangle, which in theory is bullish. However, looking at the volume is very minimal compared to the previous volume within that descending triangle. So for me, it's looking more of a fake out rather than a breakout. Unless we can get this volume coming in, then maybe, yes, we could have a big push towards the upside, but without the volume, there is no chance that we could see the price push towards the upside, bullish volume. And we are actually still seeing the volume decrease. So looking at the volume down here, let me just get my pencil out. We can see that the volume is actually decreasing as we've had this break towards the upside. More signs, showing me more signs that this is a potential fake out. And if you watched yesterday's live, you will know that we've had a very similar scenario to this back in 2018. Just before the bottom of the bear market, we saw a breakout of the descending triangle towards the upside, a retest, a little bounce, volume wasn't coming in. So what happened? The price rolled over, broke major support, and we did see the price come down and establish new lows and actually establish the bottom of that bear market. Now, this is what I am anticipating. I'm anticipating this to happen within this bear market as well, to have that one last capitulation event where we do see Bitcoin actually finally bottom. Unless we get any volume in, I do think that is going to happen. If we get some bullish volume in, yes, we could see the price push towards the upside, coming up to those next resistance levels. The first resistance level coming in at $20,338 approximately. That's the next major resistance level. However, we aren't getting that bullish volume coming in. And for me, if we're not going to get that bullish volume coming in, we're going to see that price roll over, and we're going to see that price break support and have that last capitulation event. We're also seeing the DXY. The DXY is holding support really nicely on this major support level right here, as you can see here. So we've tested it twice before. As you can see, these two wicks testing that support, and we've had this third touch now, and the price is actually getting a slight bounce off of it. If I do actually zoom in, so you can see a little bit closer, pretty much on the dollar right there, we did hold support right there. Going back here again to the dollar there. So it's lining up and it's looking like a very, very strong support level. And we can see that the DXY is actually bouncing towards the upside. It's coming in confluence with this weekly level as well. And yeah, there's a bit of confluence of support coming in on the DXY right now. So I would expect a push towards the upside for that DXY. Going into the smaller time frames though, we do have this resistance at $113.43. That is major resistance. We did see a rejection from there, taking us back down to this major support level, testing it to the dollar. Now, if we do see a bounce towards the upside for the DXY, and we do come up and test this level again, there is going to be a bit of resistance. But initially, if we keep testing that resistance level, the likelihood of it is that we are going to break towards the upside, which is going to be bad for the traditional and the crypto market. We also do have that bull flag that I was talking about. Now, I was looking at it on the 1 hour. We got a fake out. We broke out, and then we came back into the the bull flag. But what I'm looking at it being now is actually a bull flag potentially on the daily. So we can see that we're respecting this bull flag very, very nicely, testing a resistance, getting a rejection, coming down to support. Resistance, support, and we are getting a slight bounce off of that support as of right now. So it's looking quite bullish for the DXY right now, holding that support at the bottom of the bull flag, at the bottom of this sort of channel that we're forming here, and holding that as support. And we also have that weekly support coming in as well. So there's a lot of confluence for the support on the DXY, and I do think we could see a bounce coming up to test maybe the resistance at the top of the bull flag. If we do break towards the upside there, then the next level I'm looking at is 113.43 approximately. We break that, then I think we could come up and test maybe 116, maybe 117 at the top of this resistance here, which of course is going to be bad for Bitcoin. And if that were to happen, then I would expect to see Bitcoin having that last capitulation event, pushing towards the downside. So yeah, we do have that support coming in on the DXY, and we are seeing a bounce as of right now. So it's not looking too good for Bitcoin. Going back to Bitcoin, we can see, as I said, Bitcoin is becoming less and less and less volatile, and it's making it harder for us to trade this range, because we're not actually coming into our shorting and our shorting opportunities, which is that value area high. We've now missed it twice, and it looks as though we're going to come back down and test this POC, which is the point of control. The point of control is actually acting as really nice support right now, as we can see. After testing that value area low, we came back, tested the POC, we got above the POC, and we've actually used it as really nice support. We bounced off of it, we come back down, we've tested it, has a slight bounce off it, but it looks as though the price wants to come back down to that POC. So right now, the POC is acting as really strong support, but if we do break that, I think value area low is that next level. What I'm doing right now is we're just looking from level to level. So if one level is broken, we're looking at the next level. If that level is broken, we're looking at the next level. So the POC, if that's broken, we're looking at the price coming down to the value area low at $18,847. If it breaks the value area low, what we're looking at the price doing is coming down to the daily level at $18,450. That's what's happened previously. So value area low right here was broken. Where did we come to? Well, we came to the daily level right there. Exactly the same scenario here, all the way back here. We broke that value area low, and we've come down and tested that daily level. So that would be my expectations. Now, you could take a small sort of scalp trade on that, which would be a 2% move roughly. If you whack a bit of leverage on there, which I don't advise, but if you whack a bit of leverage on there, say 10x, you could be making a 20% move there. But of course, we're looking, we have these shorting opportunities that I'm looking at the price coming into. So we have this major cluster of resistance right here, around $20,200 approximately, $20,500. That's where I've shorted here previously with 5x leverage down to the value area low, taking profit at the value area low. Those have been really, really nice trades. So I'm looking for more trades. Right now, I'm looking for more short trades rather than long trades, because we're looking more bearish with that DXY holding support and looking like it wants to push again towards the upside. Also with the daily chart, breaking towards the upside, but with no volume coming in. So it's looking like we are going to roll over, have a fake out, and have that last capitulation towards the downside. So for me, the safest thing to do right now is actually to short. The trend is your friend until the end. We're in a massive, massive bear trend. We're in a massive downtrend. So I am looking for those shorts. And they played out really nicely the last 3 times we have shorted. So I'm looking to continue to do that. However, we are coming into resistance. So looking at this white downtrending line here, we can see that we've used it as resistance right here. And this was another shorting area that we actually shorted, this cluster here. That was a really, really nice short for us. But you can see here resistance as well. Now, we are actually testing that as resistance. We got a slight deviation towards the upside right there. But again, no spike in volume. So the price just came back below that level. It was only a little break towards the upside. But initially, right now, we are finding it very, very tough to get above this resistance level. And that is what is sort of pushing the price right into the apex of the POC right here and this downtrending resistance level. So once we get a break out of sort of this tiny little descending triangle, then I do think we're going to see that next move to that next level. So if we break towards the upside here, the most likely scenario I see happening is value area high being hit. If we break value area high, we could come up to this cluster of resistance here where I would be looking to short. But if we do come down and test the POC again, break the POC, I would expect the price to come value area low. If we break value area low, then I would expect that daily level to be tested. Now, for me, I'm looking for shorts only right now. So as I said, if we come up to this cluster up here, let me just get the pencil here. If we come up to this cluster here, I will be entering a short. But if we actually break support, I will be entering a short as well. So the way I like to trade within a bear market is I like to trade resistances. If you've been if you've been watching the channel for the past 2 months now, you will know that we shorted this cluster of resistance, cluster of resistance, and the previous cluster of resistance as well. They played out really, really nicely. We try and establish sort of a local top, and then we trade that down to sort of the next lower levels, for example, the value area low, and that's what I'll be looking to do. So if we break this, I would expect to come up to this area here. If we break that value area high, and then I would enter a short there, hopefully taking that short all the way down to that value area low around this level here. That's what I'll be looking at if the price came up. However, if the price came down, okay, to the value area low and then broke that to the daily level, and say we broke the daily level, then I'll be looking to enter a short. Now, it's not how I normally trade. I know a lot of people out there, they like to short breaks of support. So I would only be entering in very lightly on that break of the support. And what I would be expecting is an actual retest of that. If I just show you here, so if we were to get a break, I would be expecting a retest of that daily level and then the rejection to actually enter in heavily into that short. So if we got the break towards the downside, a candle break below this daily level, then I would enter a small short position, probably 25% of the capital that I actually want to add eventually into the trade. So only 25%. And then I would add the rest of it on the rejection of the daily level. So here we have the retest and then the rejection. I would actually enter that trade as long as that DXY is actually pushing towards the upside, because as we know, the DXY and Bitcoin is very inversely correlated. When the DXY goes up, we see Bitcoin coming down. So for me, I would be looking at entering a short if we broke support. Reason being is because we've used this daily support. Now, bearing in mind, this is a daily support level and we are on the 4-hour chart, and it has acted as perfect support multiple times, as you can see right there. And this is on the 4-hour. As I said, this is a daily level which is being respected on the 4-hour. So this is a very, very important level that we need to be paying attention to, which is the $18,450 level. If we break that, get a retest and a rejection, then for me, I do think we could see the price come to the previous lows, maybe all the way down to the low, all the way back here at around $17,600. So I'd be looking for a short, taking profit at $17,600, as you can see right here, and keeping 50% within the trade, taking 50% out of the trade to see if the price will break below that previous low. If it does, then we could see the price come down even more. However, there could also be a possibility for a liquidity grab as well, down there as well. So that's why I would take out 50% as well. So liquidity grab below this level here, because what tends to happen is everyone that's everyone that's long right now will most likely be putting their just below this previous low here. So that's what that's what I would expect to see, and then potentially see that price coming back up. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in that shorter term. Now, of course, if we break this resistance, price coming up hopefully into my shorting area, short that. But if the price comes down and breaks this daily level, I'm looking for the short as well. So Bitcoin is getting less and less volatile. And we can tell by that because the moves are getting smaller. The volume is continuing to decrease. Just looking at this here, the volume down here, we can see that volume is continuing to decrease. And volatility is at an all-time low as of right now. A big move is coming. We can see this on the Bollinger Bands. Okay, volatility is at an all-time low. We have been going sideways for a very, very long time right now. It's a very boring market right now, but we have been taking advantage of it. We have been shorting this to the value area low. It's played out really nicely. So I'm looking to continue what I'm doing and just trading this range until we get that range break. Once we get that range break, then we're looking for those big trades. We're looking to capitalize on those big moves, because once we get a break of this range, we are going to see a big move. Now, how long this could go on? How long long could this sideways price action go on for? Well, we do have the FOMC meeting coming in just over a week's time. So 1 week, 1 day, 6 hours and 32 minutes. Now, we could most likely see a big move on that day. We could see the price just consolidate towards the side, continue to consolidate sideways. And then when we get to this FOMC meeting, we'd expect a big move, or we could see a move before this. We could see the markets actually pricing in what is going to happen potentially going to happen on November the 2nd. So it's looking likely that we're going to get 75 basis point rate hike, which is going to be bearish for the market. So we could see the market actually price that in if it's not already priced that in. So we could see the price actually pull back. But then we also have December as well. That's looking more likely. Me and Ben have spoken about this as well. It's looking quite likely we could see the Fed actually pivot and start pushing out 50, maybe even 25 basis point rate hikes, which would be good for the market. So maybe we could see that being priced in to the market. But right now we're focusing on November the 2nd, which is most likely going to be a 75 basis point rate hike, which is going to be bad for the market. Maybe that, if the market doesn't move up until that point, maybe that would be the catalyst that pushes the price down and has that last capitulation phase. Because as we can see here, if we do not get that bullish volume coming into the market, we're going to have the price rolling over, coming back to the support, this major support here, and most likely actually breaking that support, rolling over, and coming and establishing new lows for this bear market. I think that is a possibility, and I'm swinging more that way right now rather than the bullish scenario. Even though we have this breakout towards the upside, we had the retest and the confirmed bounce off of the retest, we're still not getting that volume in. Until that volume comes into the market, bullish volume comes into the market, I cannot flip bullish because, let me just show you it quickly. For the ones that haven't seen it already, I did go through it very in much detail yesterday, in a lot of detail. So getting rid of these lines quickly, we can see we've had the exact same scenario as we are seeing right now. So we've had that descending triangle. What happened? We got the break towards the upside, as you can see right here. Perfect break towards the upside, retest, little bounce, and then the volume just didn't come in. As you can see right here, we had no volume coming in. Minimal amounts of volume. Volatility was at an all-time low, as you can see from the Bollinger Bands right here. They were squeezing and squeezing, getting so confined, and then we saw the price roll over. We got that big bearish volume right here, that big spike of bearish volume, and then what did we see? if we zoom out, we can see that Bitcoin had that last capitulation event towards the bottom of the 2018 bear market. Then we saw the big accumulation phase, as you can see there, and then we saw the price actually pushing towards the upside. If we can't get bullish volume coming in, then this is what is going to happen most likely. So we do have to prepare for that, and we do have to expect for the worst, because we're just looking at the facts right now. And the facts are telling us that we could see the price actually roll over and form new lows for this bear market. Now, I hate to be talking bearish constantly, but it is the reality of it. And we have been saying the right things. We have been telling you that the price is going to keep coming down, and it has been. I do think we're going to have this last capitulation event towards the downside, establishing the low of the bear market. Then we can start the accumulation, and then we can see that bull run come maybe next year, if not next year, than the year after. But I do think the bottom is very, very close. If we're looking time frame wise as well, we are very, very close to the previous bear market timeframes as well. So right now we are just sort of sitting on the sidelines, waiting to see whether we come up into my shorting area here, or if we break this daily level, get that retest, then the rejection, then I'll enter heavily into a short there as well, because we don't want to miss this big move. There's a big move coming, and we do not want to miss it. So by doing that, I'm going to enter into a trade. And for me right now, it's looking more likely, as I said, to be more of a short trade. Now, say we were to come up to this shorting area here. Of course, if we break above it, then I would exit that short position, because maybe we could see the price push towards the upside if we got some bullish volume coming in. So that would be the invalidation for that. And the invalidation for the short of the break of the daily level would actually be a break back above that daily level and using it as support. That would be the invalidation for me. But of course, I will be with you when I am opening this trade. I will be going live when I'm opening this trade, like I did for the past 3 trades. These 2 here that we shorted, I was live for that. I was live for this one as well. So yeah, I will be live for those trades as well. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, please make sure you smash a like on this video. If you do enjoy this TA, if you do enjoy this content, please smash a like so I can continue to come back daily and bring you daily TA and update you with what I'm currently doing with my portfolios and how I am trading the market. And I hope you find this information valuable as well. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but I am here to help. And yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please smash a like on this video. I do really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow for the next live. Ben might be going live later on today, so stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, smash a like on the video, and I will see you in the next live. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.